Good day, morning, and welcome wherever you are in the world. Today, we are going to be doing another build challenge. This challenge is the lilsimsie little challenge. And I must say, this is one of the hardest, and you would think it wouldn't be because it's a tiny shell. But this was more difficult than the rest that I've done. And I think the reason being is because I'm new to building, and well, I didn't really know how to do a small layout. Where to put a bedroom, where to put the bathroom, but we did it at the end. It was challenging, but it was fun at the same time, something new for me. I also didn't know what kind of style I was getting into when building this, so I'm a bit all over the place until I find a mat. You will see it. It's in the lounge area, and I find it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. It must be like a student that is living here and she's a bit untidy and cuts everywhere. So yeah, that's what I went for. I went for a student that is untidy in this little apartment. I had no idea how to do the roofing. I actually cut out all of it because I tried to do roofing, and then I was like, you know what, let me just do platforms because that would be the easiest thing for me to do, because the roof was just, it was not working for me. It was just not. But we did it at the end and it looks pretty good. So yeah, and I also need to get into the habit of doing the outside, because I would do the whole inside and just completely forget that there's even an outside to do until the last moment. So I'm like, oh, I'm done, and then I realize, you know what, I am not done. As you can see, I'm busy making the floor plan, and I was like, where do I put everything? It is so small. But yeah, I did a 1 bedroom, tiny bathroom, but it works, and the layout is pretty good. And then I was like, okay, well, I saw this like outside roof thing that the Sims people do, and I was like, you know what, let me try it. I wanted to do it in one of my builds, and I was like, I didn't do it because I forgot, and then I was like, let me do it here. So I did it, and I like it. I like it a lot. And it's just so good. You get sunshine and you're still undercover, sort of, at the same time. Then we are doing the inside. I did make the bathroom a bit bigger here, but then I realized once I put the couch down, there was actually no space, so I had to make it small again. And then with the kitchen, I had no idea what I was actually going to do, so I just winged it. And because it's such a small space, I didn't want to do anything dark, so I kept everything pretty neutral and white. Yeah, we're trying to add a bit of color and pop to everything, and I think that worked pretty well. Also didn't put much windows, which at the end I didn't understand why I didn't do that, because there could have been a window right there, but it still turned out very nicely. And here's all the clutter items that I'm trying to place, but obviously, yeah, you can't do it. But if you want to do that, you just have to put the cheat bb.move objects on, and then use your alt key and just move the objects onto the counter. Then I'm putting a bin outside because there was no space inside. There was no space inside. So I put a bin outside, and that you can easily access. Now moving on to the bathroom, and I'm like, it's just really not going to work. And then I changed it up. I just swapped everything around, and that's how the bathroom does look. And it is fully functional. I have tested it out. Everything does work in that bathroom. There you see me just swapping everything around. and everything does work perfectly fine. And then I am switching to the lounge area, which I had no idea what I was going to do, because you can't exactly have a big lounge, you just need a small lounge. And trying to match colors, making things flow, but it worked out at the end. It really did. And I was like, okay, well, there's not much space, so I just flipped it. And this is where that rug comes in, not this one. I tried so many different rugs, but this rug comes in and I'm like, oh, I love it. I love it. And it comes in the new base game update. And there were so many different options. I love all of them, but eventually we got it. We got the rug. There it is. Yep, there it is. I love that rug. I actually think I want that rug in my room. And then I was like, oh, well, there's yellow polka dots in the rug. Maybe I could do a yellow couch, but we just stuck to blue. And then here in this corner, I was like, well, what can I do here? And since I'm like a student, students need computers, and you can do so much on a computer, and really every household needs one. So I was just like, okay, well, let's do this. And then I just cluttered up the desk. I really like that lamp. I think that lamp goes very well with the rug and everything else, because it's kind of neon, which is kind of teenagey. Don't even know if that's a word. And then just putting books and clutter and plants. I actually quite like that. Plants, it goes very well. And just trying to fit in. It took a few tries, but it worked at the end. And I really liked how that all came together. And then I opened book, and then I was like, oh, but now it's clipping into the light, and that light was clipping into everything. It does take you a few tries when you're trying to move objects by yourself, but at the end result, it just makes the place so much more unique. And yeah, so then I was putting in a chair, and what better chair to go for than a pink one. Here I am doing the hallway. I just added a mirror, a place to put your shoes, and then I sized up that rug, and it fitted so beautifully. I absolutely loved it. It went into the computer area, and it also went as a walkway area. And then here I am with the bed. As it was a student, I was like, well, she's one person. So yeah, and this table I absolutely love. It's like the perfect size, the perfect height. It's not too big, it's not hanging over. It was just perfect. And this lamp, like, just reading in bed, you just move it over and you can read your book. That's what I was thinking. You can't do it in The Sims, but that's what I was thinking. I got a dressing table and that little happy mirror, but then I was like, it doesn't really fit in there. So then I moved it to put it by the computer area, and it just fitted so perfectly right there. And then trying to get a rug that fitted in that little section, and I found one, and it was just so beautiful. It all just came together. And then cluttering up her bedroom, I was like, maybe she'll store stuff on top of the shelf, because I know I would do that. And then I was just putting like clothes on the floor, maybe clothes she is going to fold, clothes she already folded. And then I put some like Q-Tex in front of the mirror, because I know, like, as a girl we do that. Yeah. And then just quickly going into the bathroom, putting some toilet paper. We all need some toilet paper and a beautiful robe, because now that it's starting to become winter for me, a robe is much needed. And then just quickly going outside and doing the grill, a place to sit, maybe even doing an outside umbrella stand. I did orange. I don't know why, but I did orange. There's nothing orange in this whole house, but now we do. And then doing another outside sitting area. Yeah, just, and then I also did a few planter boxes, just in case you wanna up a skill in gardening. Yeah, and then I was like, oh yeah, still gotta do the outside and make that all pretty. And then here we go, just putting some plants around the area. I love putting those two plants together because they're like purple and green, and then they look the same, so it looks good. It's just something that I do, and I think that it really looks quite nice. And then just filling a few places with some trees and just making it all look good. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and come again. Don't forget to hit a like and subscribe if you want to see some more content. If you have any building ideas, just pop it down in the comments below. Thank you so much. Bye.